TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Jackson on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
15 yards. First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Patrick Mahomes fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown,
Lamar Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field. You've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting that he continues to streak in this game.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
4 brings up third.
Now Mahomes. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Results.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Jaguars 3.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 26-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. Brandon, all things considered, they have to...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that would be history. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2 at the Texans.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 in a first down.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambeau is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
Jaguars 6.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
7-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This is caught, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
From 3 yards out, and the Texans will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Is under review.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Jaguars 6. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit.
And Mahomes going to keep it himself.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Jackson over the middle. The catch made by Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Texans.
Again, Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Houston.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 11-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Complete to number
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
extra point.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
49. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes going to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides
got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up. It is through. That'll make this now a 28-13 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jackson on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Dalvin Cook with a touchdown run. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And he's going to go down again.
Patrick Mahomes sacked.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. As the offense takes the field, we zero in on Lamar Jackson. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
And it's been a big highlight day for him. And here's Jackson on the option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Holding on the play, Recovered by Houston.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jackson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To number 80.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
38. Jaguars 13.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield.